Well, we've got another Jeff here in the studio with me, Jeff Burrows. Thanks for hanging out with us today, man.
Absolutely. Happy to help out.
Well, I know that this is your second time here at the cabin, but what you do is really important. You are one of the boots on the ground, guys making deliveries out there every day. One of the volunteers that Meals on Wheels depends on. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got involved with it.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the second time. I don't want to go through the full story.
No,
but
we can take the Cliff Notes. It's all good. Yeah.
Cliff Notes are what you're going to get. But yeah, I decided to retire early, or someone else decided for me, and I was feeling a little sorry for myself, and saw a car go by that had the sign on it that said Meals on Wheels delivery. And I thought, well, I'm going to check that out. That seems like something to do. So I did. I started, fell in love with it immediately. And have been doing it, a year and 3 months at this point. So that was really my first exposure to it. I didn't know what it was, didn't know what I was doing, but I know I needed to do something other than, lay at home in the dark, sucking my thumb under the bed.
Yeah,
in the fetal position.
Yeah, exactly.
There's other things to do with your life. So it's been an absolute life changer because it is an experience like nothing else I've ever had. I mean, and look, I didn't do a lot of volunteering throughout my life, not traditional volunteering. I know there's people that on the holidays, they'll serve meals to the unhoused and other stuff like that. I didn't have that experience, and I was missing out. And I think ultimately, what I'd like to accomplish today in our conversation is just explain a little bit and get other people excited about trying it, because I'm telling you, you're going to feel better at the end of doing this on a day than you'll ever feel at the end of a work day. Unless you're a brain surgeon. If you're a brain surgeon, cool. You're doing the right thing.
You're doing that. Great.
Stick with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really simple and easy. Like you're basically just taking these buckets that are prepared by a wonderful kitchen staff and excellent chefs with a wide variety of food. It's being brought out on a cart to your car. You've got cold food in these buckets with people's names on it. You've got hot food in a hot cooler that keeps the food hot until you deliver it. And then you got a list of stuff, of places to go. And we deliver anywhere from Marina all the way out to the deepest parts of Carmel Valley. So anywhere in between. The first group starts at 9 a.m., so you don't have to wake up early. You get to roll in.
One point.
Yeah, there's I think 3 different shifts. There's 9 a.m., 9:20, and 9:40 based on the areas. They wheel a cart out to you. You put it in your trunk, and you check your list. I use Apple Maps and list them all out. I don't even have to think to get to somebody's front door. The only route that I won't do is Carmel with no addresses.
Yep, I could say that'd be challenging.
I think you got to grow up here.
Yeah,
there's literally no other way.
Fair, yeah.
That's the only time I've ever been frustrated.
Yeah,
turn left at the cow. It's next to the pine tree. That sort of stuff. So, but other than that, it's that simple. It takes as little as 30 minutes sometimes, depending on the route and how close it is.
Wow.
And the longest I've ever taken, I want to say, is maybe 2 hours. And that's just because of conversations that you're having with folks. So,
which is probably one of the rewarding aspects,
absolutely.
too.
I'll tell you, selfishly, one of the most amazing things that's happened to me in the last couple of weeks, in one day I had 3 elderly women tell me that they liked my shoes. I bought a new pair of shiny shoes, and they're just tennies, but clearly they're way too bright because everybody noticed them on the same day. And it felt great. It was like my grandma said, "Hey, man, I like your shoes." So I don't know if that's going to motivate anybody else, but
hey, it's the little things, right?
It's the little things.
And that's on your end, too. I'm sure you're aware that there are things that you're doing that are affecting their lives so much because they're getting that point of contact that maybe they don't get as often as they used to.
Yeah, that comes up every once in a while. So it's not like DoorDash. It's not like Uber Eats. It is definitely, it's more about the conversation, checking in with people, making sure that they're doing okay, and saying hello. And sometimes you get conversations, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes people just say thank you and God bless you, and that's all you get. Yeah. So you're really relying on them to let you know what they need in that moment. Make sure they're okay. You can't just drop something off. You got to say hey and see how they're doing. And I can't think of another situation where people have been more appreciative. So you don't know the backstory. Maybe over time, I do substitute. So what I do notice is when I'm delivering and covering for somebody, they'll say, "Oh, where's Bob? Where's Sally?" You know.
Yeah.
So there are relationships being built with people that have so much to offer and maybe just have lost access to other people in their lives. Like it's kind of a beautiful thing.
It is. It's one of the reasons why what you guys do is so great. And it sounds like such a simple concept, right? Bring food to people that are hungry and need it and can't get it. But there's so many other ripple effects that happen on both sides, as we just kind of discussed.
Yeah.
And honestly, you just dispelled probably a lot of worries that some people might have. You know, volunteering is a big, broad thing, and some volunteering opportunities do require a lot of sacrifice. The fact that you just said that they don't start before 9, sometimes it's less than 2 hours out of your day. This is a really easy thing to do.
It is. I mean, I'm definitely not sitting here bragging about, oh my goodness, I'm a volunteer. I love it. I find it very fulfilling. It is not difficult, and maybe for someone it might be difficult. You know, you're knocking on a door. Who knocks on doors anymore? You know, there's a couple of folks that knock on doors out there, but it's not many. But I'm telling you, every time you knock on the door, sometimes you don't even have to knock. They open the door as you're walking up. Like they are expecting you and looking forward to talking to you and surprised it's not their regular. And, hey, what's your name, young man? You know, and being called a young man at my advanced age is really awesome.
I mean, you're a young man with some really great shoes.
I guess I'm not that old, but, you know, it feels like it sometimes.
Well, I want to encourage people to find out more, and there's a lot of resources online. You can go to MOWMP.org. Again, that's MOW, Meals on Wheels, MP, Monterey Peninsula.org. You can click on the link that says volunteer. It can tell you the opportunities that are available. You can do an application right there. And if you just like the human voice, you can also do it old school. Call 831-375-4454. Again, that's 831-375-4454. There's some great opportunities. And Jeff, I know you're not here tooting your own horn, but thank you for what you're doing because you're making a big difference in our community.
I'm just glad there's an opportunity because at the moment that I discovered this, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I've just appreciated it so much. And I'll tell you, nobody throws you to the wolves. You're going to ride with somebody. They're going to show you the ropes. It's very simple. You know, you're just saying hello to very nice, you know, thankful people. And I can't think of a better way to spend a morning. So you can do it every single day. You can do it one day a week. They need volunteers. They need substitutes. I mean, they've called at the last minute at 8 o'clock and said, "Hey, can you do this route?" And I'll say, "Well, yeah, I can. I mean, if I can, I will." So, you know, they definitely need the help. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it.
Yeah. Well,
I guarantee it.
Yeah. Hey, let's hold them to it. Jeff Burrows, ladies and gentlemen, one of the many drivers that helps Meals on Wheels of the Monterey Peninsula be such a success story. Thanks again, man.
My pleasure.
That website, MOWMP.org, that number again, 375-4454. This is Meals and Feels, brought to you by Meals on Wheels of the Monterey Peninsula. We do it every Tuesday in the